I wish to know who was responsible for last night's outrage.
Huawei Show. Huawei Show.
These my dear sir,
Without wasting any time, my name is DJ Grizzly, like I said. I'm from the Wild West Show Radio TV. So, the reason why I'm here today is to try and find the best students at this school, right? Not necessarily the best, but students that are creative, like students that can create content out of nothing. Let's say, for instance, today is, I don't know, what do you call it when you operate school uniform? Casual day. Today's casual day. We have a show that we shoot about casual day at my radio station, and you guys become the presenter for it. You guys become the producers for it. You guys become the script writer for it. We're gonna have editors from here, and we just shoot shows. I'm opening an opportunity for you guys to be able to create content that we're going to show to the school, content that we're going to show to your parents, content that we're going to show to other schools. You can say it's a bit of a competition because the best school will be the one that gets the opportunity to present shows for the whole profession. Right? Starting from the back.
Oh well.
Keep the V, keep the V.
Okay, oh well. Like it was crazy, like Renella said. Or Cupcake, it was crazy, guys. I got to know like a lot of things. The clock thingy. Yo, it shocked me, man.
I think your director is not happy with this topic.
I feel like it got to one thing about me, I'm a person whereby I tend to have like stage fright. Not stage, but then camera. Like when the camera looks at me, I'm like, okay,
anxiety.
You understand? Yes, but then I feel like I got comfortable, like within.
I'm always comfortable. I'm comfortable in any situation. Even though like I look tense. I'm not tense, I'm just like this, man. I'm very comfortable. Anyway.
For me, I actually liked it. I got to see a lot of you guys, how you guys respond to us, you're answering your questions. I feel like we work well as a team. And I think that's what I'm taking from our first shoot that has blurred. We blurred.
And we just blurted.
Yeah, it was so interesting, working with you guys. The show was okay, standing behind the cameras and moving and everything. It was so interesting. I enjoyed being a director,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, but for me, guys,
For you.
it was nice. You know why? Because I love the camera.
Oh, yes.
You do.
I do. I want that. I flash.
Don't you get nervous when the
No.
camera looks at you?
Not even.
So for me, it was nice. I got to actually see how we engage with one another, how inclusive we are, how you need to be so that you don't lose. You don't lose yourself to like being quiet.
Yeah.
Because I also noticed that throughout, I would be quiet to the point that I'm like, girl, you're too quiet now.
And being quiet, I feel like you limit yourself from like getting.
Okay, so guys, this opportunity that I'm opening for you, I need also your parents to be involved. So before we get into the cool stuff of why I need students, I want your parents to be involved so they can be able to confirm that you guys will be able to attend the classes that we have and the studio time that you use to shoot shows. And also your school obviously has granted us permission to come in and talk to you, so they're also willing to say, okay, look, take some of the students to work with them, and this is sort of like a leadership for media. Right? So what you're going to learn how radio works, you're going to learn how TV works, and you can possibly be a celebrity. I don't know, maybe people will like your face, maybe they won't, But we're not only looking for presenters. We're looking for students that can be able to produce certain things. Let's say, for instance, your friend is a cool person and you just chill. but you always hold the camera and you always tell the children, it's TikTok stuff. Those are only the people that can be able to create content for other people to be able to work with. People that write, you know. Let's say, what are you guys going through these days? You guys are going through depression, you're going through stress. What else? What else is it? What are you going through? Teenage pregnancy. Yeah, man. Those are the things that we need to talk about. You need to be able to tell your kids how it feels to be a parent in the young age. Those are the things So another thing is, when you do get shortlisted to be part of this opportunity, when you finish the trip, so you have options. You can either come through and work with the Wild West Show Radio TV, and we will promote you to get more shows, you know, to speak to more people, and learn further. Take it.
To go out to young people and remind them that you're authentic, you're original, you're beautiful, you are a money magnet, you know. Yes, and I see you smiling. You're a money magnet. You are the greatest person this global village can ever imagine, because you're unique, you know. I don't want to be like anybody else.
Take it further, or you can just use this as an opportunity to come through Saturday and learn about media. Maybe you have an interest, but you don't know how it is. So this will give you an idea of what media is and what radio is. And I'm going to be working with other radio stations, so we will put you on camera, and also we will go to an actual radio station where people can listen to a radio, and you can also talk there. You know, we're going to talk about depression, we're going to talk about stress, we're going to talk about load shedding. I don't know what you know about load shedding. And how can you decide? But you said load shedding. Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's the opportunity I want to present to you guys. The posters will be here at school, and the applications will also be here at school. So when you do get a PDF or when you get an actual copy, you need to take that to your parents so they can be able to confirm if each and every Saturday or 1-2 Saturdays in a month can be able to come through and attend. If they want to come see where you are, by all means, they can come and see where you guys will be attending the media classes and also where you'll be shooting shows. But also, this is not a phase. It's about trying to create a voice for a certain generation, right? So the people that will be talking are people that will be talking about issues that you guys go through. You know, people that will be able to express what we look. Load shedding, you can't study. This is why you get such grades. Well, those are things that I can't talk about because I can't relate. I tried to create a youth show, but I failed yesterday because things that I talk about, I'm talking about them from an adult point of view. And you guys can talk about it from a youth point of view to say, look, Grizzly.
To be the best that they possibly can be. And this is what DJ Grizzly and Vanessa are about. Guys, I will walk this journey with you. But you've got to be dedicated. It's hard. Life is hard. Anything you want in life is hard. But nothing is impossible.
This is actually what's happening in our heads, and those are the things that I also want to share with your parents, I want to share with the school, and I want to share with other young people, so you know we can be able to understand what happens with you guys. I'm not going to take a lot of questions, but I'll take questions from 5 guys and 5 girls. So if you want to ask anything, this is your chance to ask. Who's that? What did you say? Are you getting paid? Are you getting paid here or are you paid? Hold on. This is her question. Are you paying fees or are they paying you to be here?
No. Are you asking me a question or are you asking what my question means?
I'm asking you a question. Are you getting paid to be here?
No.
So I'm opening an opportunity for you to be able to express who you really are. So if you need to be paid for it, that's great. You need to get paid. But also, you don't need to be a cup that's too full when you get to a place. Come through and learn, and then take it from there. Great. So who else? Can you please speak up?
So what I'm trying to say is that we can actually open up there to actually talk about what you have experienced.
You know, if it doesn't, I'm sorry, what's your name? Bunon. There's a song about you. It's a piano song. It's a Bunono. It's so life. Bunono. No, but answering your question, yes, if it doesn't offend anyone, you talk about it. What are you going to do now? What's happening with your life?
I would say I'm kind of depressed and I'm kind of suicidal.
You're suicidal, right? So, if let's say, for instance, you get to a point where you fix, or you don't fix, like you get something that works for you. We need you to come back and talk about it. To say, look guys, if you're going through this might help. So try this. You know? But I hope you get one. Sure.
So like since
Please, your name? Tina. Tina.
So like you said
Please speak up.
you said you're going to compete like against all the schools in the West.
Yes.
These schools aren't the same. Like apparently they're more privileged than Tina to just play with our places. Okay, just they already have like the foundation and stuff like they're already in there. They have art classes, drama, stuff like that. So it's just what we do, we come to school and start. That's our life. So like are we gonna be like provided with the necessary, equipment and resources?
The reason why I'm here is for you to be able to express yourself. As the Wild Show Radio TV, I'm here to give you a platform that you think they have. Right. You know, the thing about opportunity is that it depends on how you look at it. You're in grade 11 now, grade 10. Grade 11, right. The same thing that you are studying, they are studying. And at some point in your life, you need to realize that it's not about where you are, it's about how you sponge in information. You know? Because they go through what you go through. Some students probably sitting there thinking, I could tell you, like they have everything. We don't. You know? Just leave that complacent out and grab an opportunity. I see you're a person that expressed themselves. This is your opportunity to come through and say, look, Grizzly, I'm ready. I want to talk about privilege. Now we talk about privilege. Now we talk about you grabbing opportunities, because you can complain all you want. This is a safe space for everyone. School is a very safe place. Once you get out of the world, especially after matric, you get to realize that things are very hard. But also your school has noticed to say, you know what, you guys need an opportunity. So as a radio TV, we're just here to present it to you guys. If you want it, you grab it. If you don't, it's cool. What's your name? Oh, hey. Yeah.
So, for instance, a caller comes in and is talking of, hey, I'm suicidal and stuff, I'm going through certain things and this. Do you provide sort of counseling/therapy for those things?
Right. So, what we do as a radio TV, we shoot stuff, pre-shot, right? By pre-shoot, I mean you make your investigations, then you find someone that's going through something. Then also, if you need help from us, we find someone that is, social worker, let's say for instance, a social worker. So when you sit down with people, you sit with help and you sit with the problem. So you turn a problem into a program that these people can be able to fix. So an interview is also to solve certain problems. It's not just for you to talk about things and say, but today there's no shedding, guys, what are you going through? No. That's for radio. That's when you have a conversation with yourself and other people. What we do, we shoot everything. So everything that you're going to talk about is going to be on camera. So you need to make sure that you solve A, B, and C. You understand? Should I explain further?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Could you please speak up?
Hi, sir.
Leila.
So my question was, you mentioned that we had a competition in schools, but amongst ourselves here is a competition. Like, are you willing to have, let me say, some of us are better speakers than others, we're all different in different ways. So what happens if there's someone that's a bit, let's say not as dedicated?
Okay.
Do you cut the person off? Are we competing with each other, or you're open to take all of us?
So what we are going to do, I love the word dedication. So what we're going to do, like, we're going to open the floor for everyone, right? I know not everybody is going to want to be a presenter and whatnot. Some of you aspire to be different, different careers. So what we do is, if let's say it's a group of 10 people, within those 10 people, you guys understand each other. Also, when you have an activity where you sit as a group, you get to know each other's strengths and flaws. So before we get to shortlisting, we let you guys decide. We go, okay, Ubunolo is over a presenter, I'm going to be the producer, you are going to be the writer, you are going to handle the cameras, and then we're going to switch it around. Depending on the work that you do on the camera or you present, this is how we're going to select you guys. But also, like I said to you, we're not looking for presenters only. We're looking for people with creative minds. So if you're sitting like this, a person that would say, but I think today the best thing to talk about is why the Wild West Show TV was here. And some of you guys will say, okay, look, there's certain points that I got from Grizzly, let me take that. And there's one that'll say, okay, but this shot from here looks great, let's do that. And then there's one that'll say, okay guys, after you're done giving the footage, I'm going to edit all of that. So that's how we do it. So you guys are basically going to choose where you want to do your thing. Another question?
In terms of the criteria.
Your name, sir?
My name is
Tigele. Tigele. Like the singer? The sword?
Yeah.
Can you sing though? Yes. For real, can you do something? So okay, just quickly, sing something.
Yes.
No, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. You get to your question.
Yeah, I'll probably think of something. My question was, in terms of the criteria,
yes,
as an individual, what do you look at in order to get shortlisted?
Wow, let me put myself in this. I worked as a radio presenter, and then I worked behind the scenes, and then I was a producer for a show, and then now I'm presenting again, I'm editing shows and I'm producing shows, and I think you as an individual know where your strength is. You probably like talking. When you talk too much, clearly your place is on the microphone, but also talking comes with knowledge as well. You can't just say a bunch of things. You need to be able to make sense when you speak. Right. So in terms of the criteria that we're looking for individuals, you guys, I'm saying it again, are going to choose where you want to be. And me as a person that has done a lot of media, I can actually see with it, but I just gave you a nickname, but anyway, Untsigelelo is very good when it comes to writing content that everybody can understand on the table. So that's your strength. You might not like it, but that's something that will work for you. Sure. Another question?
How long is this course going to be?
Sorry?
How many Saturdays are you gonna attend?
Just in terms of the lengthness of the course, it's not really a course, it's an opportunity for you guys to try something, right? And we don't have a time frame for it, just as long as there's still problems amongst young people, we're gonna keep shooting. If you bring the content, we shoot.
Okay, where is the studio?
The studio is based in Dallas.
Where is it?
No, you know that after applying for everything. But the studio is in Dallas, so it's not far. Let's give it a chance. Rian, okay.
So you said we're gonna do stuff based on what our strengths.
Can you please speak up? Yeah.
So what if now I wanna improve my skills on public speaking, but also editing and producing? How can I do all of them at once?
Yeah, this is not going to be based only in studio where you sit down and you talk about things. There's also youth activities, right? So let's say, for instance, Townview has what activities do you guys usually have? You don't? Okay, cool. Let's leave it. So let's say, for instance, there's a youth activity at Stadium, right? So now at Stadium, they gave us an invite to say, okay, Wild West, come through. We have a youth thing going, and we take you because you want to try public speaking. Each and every important student at the time needs to go through you. You're going to interview them before they go on stage or after they're done on stage. So there will be outdoor activities. This is not just stuck in studio. So we give you a full experience of everything that's happening. That's the reason why we also need your parents to be involved.
So would that mean that you're okay to take
Yeah, there's a bunch of boxes. I think it's a producer's box, writer, presenter, all of that. So you can tick all of them, not just.
We can take all of them.
You're gonna. What's your name? Nell. How old are you?
10 years old.
Really? Sure. Okay. So what do you say?
Are we going to take all of them?
You can take all of them, or you can just take one. If you find something interesting for you, just tick on that, and then we'll work on that. Okay. Sorry. How much time do I have? So do you guys have a school group? So you haven't gotten PDF? 10 minutes. Okay. So in closing, I'm going to take the last two questions, then close. Rema? Retabi.
So I wanted to ask you, you said that this was based here.
Come closer.
You had like the topic of things like, can you go into the community and ask for help and aid, or you just focus on school?
So how we do it, you don't go into the community. You need to try and add some journalism in your topic. So you go and find someone that is a great survivor. You know, speak to that person to say, look, me and my friends, we're talking about this topic. So can you come through and be a guest and give us answers to questions that we would like to ask so the public can know about it.
So is journalism part of the category?
Journalism is always part of it. Because you can't just get to a microphone and start talking about things that you don't know. I mean, if you haven't eaten Doritos, how do you know that they're nice? Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Repeat it, okay.
So second, I asked, what if you are the survivor?
Okay.
So if you are the survivor, would you speak or do you still have to find someone else?
If you're a survivor, that is great because you know exactly what you're talking about. You know, you can express yourself there to say, look, if you have healed enough, this is what I went through, and this is how I survived it. So anybody that is going through a certain situation that's similar to mine, this is how you can go through the steps to be where I am now to be able to talk about it. All right, guys. So again, you're gonna have a few flyers in your school very soon, and we're gonna have an application form that the school is gonna sign, and your parents need to sign as well to give us the permission to take your Saturday away, so you can be at the studio. And if they feel it would be unique, they want to come and visit to see where would you spend your time. That is also open. And then it's not going to be for everyone, but if you do want to apply for that, please do, because you can represent your school. And now you ask questions and we close it. Yeah. Okay, last one. Okay? Oh, okay, no, I'm basically done. Thank you very much, guys, for coming through. And yeah.